Hi, my name is Isabella, and I live in Paris. Please like and subscribe. I lived with my mom, who was an amazing seamstress and worked at a fashion house. She would often take me to work with her, and I loved wrapping different fabrics around myself and posing like a supermodel. So, you want to be a model or a designer? 'Cause you're killing it with that catwalk. Can I be both? Of course you can, sweetheart. You can be anything you want. Mom and I weren't your regular mother-daughter duo. We were best friends. I think that cute guy is looking at you, Mom. Don't look in his direction, please. Is he? Oh, do I look okay? How's my hair? Mom, you gave him that weird smile. Now he's gone. No problem. I've got you, baby. Yep, that's how we were. Totally each other's pals. Life was good until one day the fashion house where Mom worked laid off all their workers. And things took a turn for the worse when our landlord gave us an eviction notice soon after. In these awful times, Mom had no choice but to turn for help to her half-sister, Amy. Mom had always told me they'd never gotten along, so I'd never met her before. But when we got to her house, I saw that my aunt lived in a huge mansion, and the welcome she gave us was totally unexpected. Oh my God, a single mom, jobless, homeless. I feel so sorry for you, honey. You must stay with me, I insist, as long as you like, and we have so much catching up to do. Wow, Amy, thanks a lot. Please let me know the rent, I'll arrange it. Rent? Oh, nonsense. I wouldn't dream of taking money from my sister. Mom looked as surprised as I felt, but I guess some people can change. She also had a daughter my age, Tanya, and the two of them led us excitedly to the guest room and had the cook make a really special dinner. But the very next day, my aunt called in a servant to move our things to the attic. Oh, it's a guest room. And since you're not a guest, I want to give you a more permanent arrangement. The attic is perfect. There's no noise and you'll sleep peacefully. Well, if only she'd let us live peacefully. Tanya and Aunt Amy would keep calling Mom and me for the smallest of tasks. Soon we were doing the dishes, cleaning the mansion, and doing their freaking laundry. And then she even asked Mom to stitch for her. She would bring loads of fabric, and I would do some of the designing with Mom while she stitched her dresses. For free, of course. Mom, I hate doing all this. Let's just leave. Sweetheart, I got you into a great school with all my savings, and I can't afford rent. Let's try this for this school year. Honestly, I don't mind the chores. Plus, Amy and Tanya are family. No harm doing things for them. Well, I don't like your family. Hey, that's not very nice to say. But, yeah, me neither. And then Mom hit me with a pillow, and we both got into a pillow fight. We laughed and laughed until Aunt Amy yelled at us to keep it down. She's always such a buzzkill. Come on, let's sleep in this penthouse of ours. I knew Mom was just trying to be optimistic about the situation. For her sake, I also put on a smile and did everything Tanya, the brat, asked me to do. Isabella, come here. What do you think about this dress? Tell me I look cool, 'cause I totally do. Why on earth would you wear that thing? I stepped into her closet, picked out some clothes, and laid them on her bed. Try this skirt with this blouse. You'll look awesome. Yeah, I would look awesome in a garbage bag, but that's not the point. You clearly don't know anything about fashion, girl. No wonder your mom was laid off. Now get out. What a huge jerk! I left her room, and right then I realized I needed new clothes for school too. We went shopping at a thrift store, and what we saw there was amazing. Mom, this is a Prada dress! Oh my God, it's vintage! The moment I got home, I started working on it and made it something entirely new, and it sure made heads turn on my first day at school. I love what you did with your skirt. Is that Prada? Yes, it is. I just cut the edges to give it that flair. Everyone was giving me compliments. But just then, I heard Tanya's voice. Don't be fooled by her looks. She's not who you think she is. Yeah, you got me. I'm a secret agent. My name is Bond, Isabella Bond. The girls around started to giggle, and Tanya looked annoyed. What are you talking about? And why don't you just tell them where you got the dress from, huh? She got it from the thrift store. Yeah, you heard me, a thrift store. Suddenly, all the girls who were praising me just moments ago looked at me with disgust. So what? I still look better than all of you combined. Girls, don't hate me 'cause you ain't me. I just flipped my hair and walked to my class. Sure, Tanya's mom was letting us stay in the attic for free, but Mom was paying for me to be at this school, and I wasn't putting up with anyone's nonsense. Tanya and her friends kept being a pain in my butt at school, and one day I was feeling particularly bad-tempered when I got home, only to find Aunt Amy in a great mood. She seemed really excited. The moment she saw me, she handed me the keys to the guest room and started giving Mom and me instructions on cleaning. Someone very special is coming to stay for a few days, and I want my mansion to be spotless. And while our guest is here, both of you will call me and Tanya ma'am. Is that clear? Off you go now. When my aunt was out of earshot, I asked Mom who the guest was. How would I know? You think ma'am tells me anything? I'm sure it's someone just as awful as ma'am. I'd been meaning to go to the guest room for days because the last time I was there, I'd left my sketchbook. But I looked for it everywhere and didn't find it. I was searching for it under the bed when I saw a boy on all fours looking straight at me. Hey, what you doing down there? I was so startled, I hit my head. Holy piece of ouch! Oh, you scared me, man. Who are you? As I came up rubbing my head, I noticed that the boy was my age and really cute. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm Josh, and I'm staying here for... Just then, Tanya came prancing into the room, wearing shorts and a tank top in the middle of freaking December. There you are, Josh. I was looking everywhere. Hey, you haven't cleaned yet? Hurry up. What do we pay you for? Maids these days, so lazy and useless. Maid? How dare she? I'm done here. I was just leaving. Shall I fetch your coat since you forgot to wear clothes, ma'am? No, thank you. Josh, what do you think of my clothes? Yeah, great. You look great, Tanya. I agree. And you're welcome to look. Gosh, she was such a shameless flirt, and soon enough it was obvious what Aunt and Tanya were up to. Josh was the son of Aunt's rich friend, and clearly both of them had one goal: set Tanya up with Josh. Tanya was desperately trying to impress him and making a fool out of herself in the process. One evening, she brought out a jigsaw puzzle she'd been working on for months. You see this? I did it in just 4 months. Can you believe it? Am I missing something? Duh, look, it says 2 to 4 years. I finished it in record-breaking time. I almost burst out laughing. And just then I caught Josh's eye. He was trying really hard not to laugh too. Later that night, it was snowing outside, and I picked up my skating shoes to go to the frozen lake nearby. Just as I was sneaking out, I heard a loud noise from the kitchen, and I found Josh there. Hey, did I wake you up? I just wanted some hot chocolate, and I can't find anything. Oh, well, good luck. Wait, can you make it for me? I could, but I'm not gonna. I'm going out. Okay, fine. Can you at least switch the stove on? You don't know how to switch the stove on? Yeah, well, I've never done it. Wow. Why are you rich people like that? Like what? Just so spoiled. You'll go to the best schools and travel the world, blah, 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 but you don't know something so basic? Is it beneath you to learn that? No, I just never needed to. Well, now you do, and you look like an idiot. Goodbye. I ran off to the lake, and as I started skating, I felt I'd maybe been too harsh with Josh. Just then I heard someone yell my name, and I looked around to see him behind me. What are you doing here? I came to tell you that I think you're really judgmental. You don't even know me, and you've just decided that I'm some spoiled brat. And I'm... Suddenly, Josh lost control and crashed right into me. We landed in a heap. I got up on my feet immediately, but Josh winced in pain. Ouch! I think I hurt my ankle. Help me up now. Okay, but say please. Say please help me, oh Isabella. Geez, okay. Please help me, oh Isabella. I helped him up and he leaned on my shoulder, but at this rate, we'd get home by dawn. So I carried him back home. Brought you back safe and sound, Your Highness. Just put this on your foot, it'll get better. Shall the servant take her leave now? Thank you for everything, but tell me, you're not really a maid, are you? I ended up telling Josh everything, and he was rather shocked. He seemed like a really nice guy, and our friendship grew over the next few days. Josh told me how his mom and Aunt Amy had a business together. His mom was a designer, and he was in town to apply to top fashion universities. I showed him some of my designs one night, and he was really impressed. The next time we met, Josh brought some admission forms for me and made me fill them in. You can be a top designer. I know it, Bella. Bella? Did you just give me a nickname? Yeah. Tell me, do you like it? He was so close to me, and just when I thought he'd kiss me, I heard Aunt Amy's voice. "Oh, you're here! What are you guys talking about?" Josh was asking me where fashionable ghosts shop, and I told him the truth. They go to the boutique. Josh started to laugh, and my aunt just glared at me and left. The next day, I took a day off from school and went out with Josh. When I spotted some kids sledding in a park, I had an idea. I borrowed a sled from a kid and made Josh sit with me. And then off we went. "Oh God, please slow down. Just hold on tight. I won't let anything happen to you." Well, we ended up flying off the sled and rolling in the snow. I couldn't stop laughing. And just then, Josh leaned over and looked deep into my eyes. And then he kissed me. And it was the most perfect kiss. Josh left a few days later, and soon after, I received my interview letter from the university. I prepped day and night for it. But on the day, right when I was about to leave, I couldn't find my sketchbook. I had to show my designs at the interview. When I went downstairs, I screamed when I saw Tanya burning my sketchbooks on the stove. No, what are you doing? Oh, you think you can steal my boyfriend and be some big shot designer, huh? Not on my clock. I just lost it. I leapt forward and gave Tanya a much-deserved slap. "How dare you!" Just then, Mom stepped in, looking like an angry lioness. "Zip it, Amy. I've had enough. I've put up with everything, but I will not put up with you or your dumb brat hurting my daughter. And you can do whatever, but one thing is certain. My daughter will be something big one day, and you'll just be jealous morons." That day, Mom and I left that crazy house. I had to go straight to the interview without my portfolio, and I was feeling so nervous. But just minutes before I started, I spotted Josh running to me, and behind him was his mom. "Oh, Josh, you're back. What are you doing here?" "We went to your aunt's house, and you weren't there. I knew you had an interview today, and I needed to show you something." He then showed me an Instagram page, and what shook me was that all the models were wearing dresses I had designed and Mom had stitched. What? These are my designs. "Yes, and your aunt was selling them and claiming them as hers. The moment you showed me your designs, I figured she was up to no good." My missing design book and all the dresses she made Mom stitch. It made sense. That witch was making us work without a penny or any credit. Josh's mom went inside where the interview panel was waiting, and she told them how her brand was using my work. The panel was pretty impressed seeing my work on her Instagram page, and I got in. Josh's mom cut all business ties with Aunt Amy and even hired my mom. I heard Aunt was in a great deal of debt and had to sell almost everything, including her house. Well, she deserved it. I got into fashion designing school with Josh and graduated with flying colors. He asked me to marry him soon after, and of course I said yes. By the time I was 25, I became one of the top fashion designers in my country. And when my work was showcased at Paris Fashion Week, I was my own showstopper. I could never be what I am today without my first inspiration and my best friend. I don't know if you know this, but ever since I was a kid, the person I've wanted to be the most is you, Mom. Thank you for everything. I love you.
Hi guys, my name is Maya and I'm from Jordan. I have two sisters who are a couple of years older than me. They both have blonde hair, blue eyes, and fair skin, while my eyes are black like my curly hair. My sisters thought they were prettier than me and they made sure I never forgot that. Once when I was in kindergarten, I came home to show everyone the family tree I'd made. My oldest sister, Layla, the meanest girl on earth, snatched the card from me and said, "Aw, you drew this? I can't deny it's beautiful, but I think you missed something." And with that, she colored my face with a black crayon. "See? Now it looks better." She threw the card at me and left laughing with my other sister, Selma. I cried, but Mom hugged me tight. "Oh, Maya, ignore your sisters. They're jealous of your beauty." Mom always cheered me up, but I realized she was lying when I was 8 and some guests came to visit. One of the women said to my mom, "Your daughters are pretty, but this youngest one is quite unlucky. I doubt she'll ever get married. Oh well, she can take care of you and your husband in your old age." I think Maya is special in her own way. And then Selma spoke up. "Mom, she is ugly. Just face it. Stop being stupid and shut up already. Don't talk to Mom like that, you witch." I pounced on her and bit her arm so hard it swelled up. She had to put on a bandage for a week. As if my sisters weren't awful enough, Dad was a jerk too. He didn't love Mom at all. He was only with her because she was rich. He thought I was ugly too and always blamed Mom for giving me her genes. Since I was Mom's favorite, she did her best to make up for the rest of my terrible family. When I was only in the 7th grade, I had a big closet full of the fanciest clothes and makeup brands. I liked that, but what I really wanted the most was to join an international school in the capital city. Mom said we'd move, but my sisters threw a huge tantrum when they found out. Why would we leave our amazing lives and friends and go live somewhere else? It's not our fault that Mia is ugly and no one likes her here. Mom, Mia is worthless. She would be more useful if we used her as our broom. Her ugly curly hair is perfect for that. The two witches started laughing like maniacs. Just then, Dad walked in and shouted,
"Listen, woman, if you decide to move out, you can consider yourself divorced."
Mom, that's amazing. Mom smiled at me and decided to leave. And Dad did divorce Mom. My sisters had no choice but to come with us. And now, they hated me even more. My birthday usually fell on the first day of school and Mom would always throw a huge party. But this time, I told her that I didn't want to celebrate my birthday anymore. Why would someone celebrate losing a year of their life? To celebrate getting older? That's just weird. Baby, why are you saying this? I see celebrating a birthday as being grateful for living another year. Listen, why don't we just celebrate it at school? I'll give all the kids fancy presents and they'll like you from the first day. No, Mom, I don't want to buy anyone's love. I just want people to love me for who I am. Well, the new school wasn't a lot better than home. On my first day, I met a girl named Noor. She was a redhead and her beauty was unique. When I entered the classroom, she stared at me from head to toe, then said, "Ooh, attention everyone. We have a new baby here, but we all know our classroom only has pretty girls with fair faces and light hair. What are we going to do with this ugly duckling?" The room fell silent and everyone was staring at me. Suddenly, I just snapped and started screaming, "Shut up! Shut up! You and everyone here, just shut up! I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! You shallow people!" Everyone looked shocked and they started whispering. Just then, my sister showed up from behind me. "Oh, excuse her. She's our sister, but she has some issues. We are so sorry for her bad manners." With that, they pushed me aside and introduced themselves to Noor and started taking selfies with her. Ugh, these horrible creatures. It was obvious that this Noor ruled the school, and I knew after my outburst, she wouldn't leave me alone. But to my surprise, she did leave me alone. I was the invisible girl. No one dared to talk to me or sit next to me because they knew Noor would be mad. Things went on like that for weeks, until one day a couple of boys sat next to me at lunch. "Hey, listen, I'm speaking on behalf of all the boys in the school. We all think you're very pretty." "What? Are you making fun of me?" "Why would we? Those big black eyes, this long curly hair, and that tanned, flawless skin? God, I really wish Noor wasn't around. You're so pretty, Maya." "Oh, so you're man enough to confess your feelings, but only when Noor isn't around. You're like scared mice in front of her. Just go away and leave me alone." "Told you. She's not only pretty, she's brave too, and always speaks her mind. Man, I think I'm falling in love." Just then, Noor passed by and the boys ran off like little baby rabbits. Later that day, when I walked past the bathroom, I heard some girls scream whispering and cursing. I opened the door and found Noor and Layla pushing another small girl who was screaming in fright. I immediately pushed Noor aside. "What are you doing? Stop this." "Oh, look who's here. And what are you gonna do about it? Touch her again and I will hurt you." "Oh, really, Robin Hood? Watch this." And then she pushed the small girl again. I was about to attack her when Layla jumped in and the two pinned me against the wall. "Just leave before you regret coming to this school." They let me go and I ran away, straight to the principal's office. If they thought I'd let them get away with being bullies, they were so wrong. And I was so happy when Noor and Layla got suspended for 2 weeks. Layla and I didn't talk at home, and I didn't tell Mom about anything. One day during lunch, the cute boy from the other day came to me and announced in front of everyone, "I think you're right. I can't be scared forever. I like you, Maya. Can we be friends. Just then Noor came running to us screaming, "Heck no!" Suddenly she attacked me and then she ripped my t-shirt so that everyone could see the burn scars on my stomach. I got these scars when I was 3 and I'd never told a soul about them. Everyone, just look at her. She's a freak. Why would you want to be with someone like her when you could have a perfect girl like me? The boys were staring at my stomach, speechless, and so was everyone else. I was shocked. Of course, only my sisters could have told Noor about my scars. Angry tears started rolling down my cheeks. Oh, look at this crybaby. Not only do you have an ugly face, it's just that everything is so ugly about you. Just stay home and say goodbye to high school. And you, say goodbye to your shiny, smooth, red hair. And with that, I jumped on her and started tearing her hair out. She started screaming and crying until some of the students and teachers pulled me away. The principal demanded that I come to her office, but I pushed her away and ran out of the school. Mom was furious when she heard the whole thing. She said she wanted to come to the school. I said no and tried to convince her to stay home. But the next day, Mom turned up at school. The moment she saw Noor, she started walking towards her angrily to shout at her. But just then, Layla pushed Mom away and she fell on the ground. "Don't you dare touch my friend. Instead of coming to school to embarrass yourself, stay home and discipline your little Maya. She's a monster, not a sister." I couldn't take it anymore. I jumped on Layla to attack her. Suddenly, Selma came running too, and I knew I was about to get my butt kicked. But to my shock, she slapped Layla and pushed her away from me. Then she helped Mom get up, and I couldn't believe my eyes. Did Selma just defend me and Mom? That's enough, Layla. I would never choose a stranger over my family, especially a jerk like Noor. She promised to keep Maya's scars a secret, and look what she did yesterday. And that's why I'm ending my stupid friendship with her and you, Layla. Layla looked furious. She took Noor's hand and they both stormed off. Later that evening, I barged into Layla and Selma's room to get something off my chest. I just came here to say, you two have mocked me and bullied me all my life, but to tell my biggest secret to someone like Noor and let her humiliate me in front of everyone, that's really low, even for you. And I'm done with you guys for good. But Maya, I'm on your side. I'm not dumb, Selma. I only know you defended me and Mom because you probably got into some dumb fight with Layla and wanted to tease her. Just then, Selma started to cry and got down on her knees. I swear I've changed. Maya, I've been a mean, jealous jerk. I've always envied you for your beauty and even more for your amazing personality. You're confident, brave, smart, funny, and kind. You're amazing, my little sister. You're amazing. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Selma was jealous of my beauty? I helped her get up and hugged her tight. And for the first time, she said, I love you, Maya. I truly do. I'm sorry about all the pain I caused you. Please forgive me. It's all right now. I forgive you. And I love you too. Ew, I think I'm gonna barf. I still think you're ugly, Maya, and I don't regret telling Noor anything. I'd choose my gorgeous BFF over you two losers any day. I can't even share a room with you anymore, Selma. You disgust me. And with that, she picked up her things and moved to the attic. Some weeks later, Layla had to make a presentation on Earth Day in front of the whole school, including some important guests like the Minister of Education. When it was her turn, she went onto the stage confidently and turned on the slideshow. But to my horror, I saw pictures of me on the screen with terrible things written about how dark and ugly I was.
Layla, what is this nonsense?
She looked as shocked as I felt. I swear, sir, I have no idea. This is not the slideshow I made. Suddenly, I spotted Noor in a corner laughing her head off. Of course it was her. Sir, I'm her sister, and I know she didn't do that. She wouldn't. It's that girl, Noor. Shut up, Maya. Who asked you to defend me? No, babe. She's right. I just hate her. And you're just so dumb. And made it so easy for me to ruin your sister. I'm the queen of this school. And no one can replace me. And imagine if it was a dark, ugly girl like her.
That's enough. I will not tolerate this awful behavior anymore. Noor, Layla, you're both expelled.
Just then, the minister rose from his seat.
Not only expelled, I'll make sure that you only get enrolled in a strict Catholic school so you can learn some manners and discipline. You're such a disgrace to this school. Bullying people for how they look? Everyone is beautiful in their own way.
The whole auditorium started to applaud as the two stormed off. By the time we got home, Mom told us that Layla had packed her bags and moved back with Dad. I think Layla and Noor got what they deserved. I won't let anyone manipulate me like they did anymore. I'm beautiful and strong just as I am.